would spend his nights there so he can be in D.C. and do the work that he's doing. So let's give him a round. Let me say this. Donald did not hesitate to sign on as a co-sponsor for that legislation that's in Washington. And more importantly, introduced his own to help come together and resolve the issues of Puerto Rico, or give them the tools necessary so that they can resolve the issues. Because we are American citizens. I was born here, my parents are from Puerto Rico, and I want to say thank you publicly to you, Donald, for all that. And as we go down, we have our assembly folks that are just wonderful, and 6'8". I'm not glad that he's gone, but in a sense, because my neck would hurt all the time when I talk to him, because I'm constantly looking up. But the freeholders, let me talk a little bit about the freeholder board. The freeholders have been doing amazing work in the city of Camden, an investment in the city that has never been seen before, because the change is here, the right leadership is in office, and they're committed. Our freeholder board is committed. So I take my hat off to Carmen Rodriguez, freeholder, Ed McDonald, Luke Pelly, and all the freeholders. Now, I often say in public that in the city of Camden, we have an all-star team, and everyone's playing their position and playing it well. Well, I got another guy back, but I'm going to talk about basketball, because I lost a center and I picked up a point guard. So, he and I see eye to eye. But let me tell you about Angel Fuentes. Angel Fuentes and I go back to about 1989, when my daughter was born. Recognized Sheriff Whip Wilson, who just walked in the door. I grew up in Cramer Hill, and I played Little League Baseball for the Cramer Hill Wildcats. And for many years, the athletic program in Cramer Hill was defunct, was non-existent. Angel and I met with several leaders in the community, and none of us held elected office at the time.
You had hair.
Well, let me get to that. I saw that picture, and you're... Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So I'm talking about accomplishments. I'm talking about when the man sets himself out to accomplish something, he follows through. And we got together, and contrary to all the odds, Holy Name was very strong and going, and then Whitman Park had a great system. Oh, you remember. And then we were able to come together and create CHOP, Angel acronym, CHOP, Cramer Hill Athletic Association. And there were hundreds and hundreds of kids that today are adults and are coaches themselves. And that's because the hard work and dedication of Angel and the team and the leadership. So yeah, I knew Angel when I had hair and I was thinner, because he sent me a picture at council the other day that he pulled out of his archives. But you see that picture? That's a little deceiving. That goes back quite a few years. You know? So he took a picture, a page out of my book, because last year during my campaign, I kind of threw that retro picture and I was thinner. But let me say this, folks. I stand proud here with all of you to say that we're going to work hard to continue the positive movement in our city. And the only way that we're going to do it is by electing the team that we have in office and making sure that Angel Fuentes is in City Council, working strongly and continuing to just put forth legislation and to continue to move this city forward. We are seeing things that people would have never thought, Mayor. You know that. You know that. You and I sat in many, many meetings, contrary to the comments that we hear constantly. But guess what? We persevered, and we didn't persevere for our political agenda, because some decisions that we've made, many leaders in the past wouldn't have made. And I'm talking about the Metro Police Department. The fact that we so a safer city, a city that the schools are improving, the fact that because of that Economic Opportunity Act, jobs are starting to come into the city and major development to the tune of over $2 billion. That speaks volume. That speaks volume to the leadership. And I'm here to say, we need your support, and you all know the role that you play. Every single person in this room plays a pivotal role in getting this team elected. And I want you to know that we need to come together, work hard, and make sure that we re-elect Angel Fuentes as my council colleague, and we move forward and continue to move the city forward. So Angel, thank you for the opportunity. It's an honor and a pleasure for me, being there day one before Angel was elected, to now present our Councilman at Large, Angel Fuentes.
Before I say a few or a couple pages, I would like to have a good friend, now I can say the Camden County Sheriff, Whit Wilkins, to say a few words. So please, will you please come and say a few words?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
This has been a journey that's really been funny for me because Angel and I started out in the community a long time ago. Me as a police officer, him as the Little League president out there in Camden Hill. He was the city council. I go to city council after you. He goes to the assembly. I go to the assembly after him. He goes to the county. I go to the county. However, there's a little trick in this too. When I left the assembly, Arthur Buddy took my place. Now, he leaves city council, takes his place. Angel Fuentes. So Angel's following me. He has my old seat now in city council. It's a pleasure to be here today to say that one of the best person to get in my seat, the old seat, somebody in Rockby's old seat, is my good friend Angel Fuentes, who's known throughout the community, all parts of Camden, not just in Kramer Hill or North Camden. He is known throughout Camden City, Parkside, even my neighborhood. They know you, my neighborhood too. Landon Square know you. All 5 houses, we know you in Landon Square, you know? He knows you. But he is a man for all seasons, a man for all of us. All of us, we look out for all of us as a whole. Councilman At-Large is very important because you have the whole city to deal with. It's very important. He can cross all kind of lines coming here. If he goes to the first ward, they don't mind him coming to the first ward. Second ward, they don't mind him coming to the second ward. Third or fourth, they don't mind that. They mind me, but not him. But Angel has a certain energy about him that goes on and goes on. So we are blessed to have him come back to Camden City once again to serve on City Council. Angel, I'm here to say, God bless you, man. I wish you all the way. I'll get all 5 of my votes for you in the
Thank you. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. My goodness. I think it took about an hour, so my speech is close to about 2 hours. Hang in there.
He's ready for Congress at that level.
2 weeks ago, most of you noticed C-SPAN, and you had the congressional, all these Republicans talking, and then within minutes, the lights turns off. Have you noticed that? I think it's just like an electrician, right? I think it has something to do with that. More than just switch the button. So, but let me just say, a few months ago, there was a vacancy in City Council, and I'm grateful and thankful to Mayor Dana Red, the Camden City Democratic Committee, and the confidence of City Council, Frank Moran, and his leadership. I also want to thank Marilyn Torres, for being here, and I know Luis couldn't be here because he just texted me he's been sick early this morning, and hopefully I'll see him when I get to his house. Of course, Brian, I'm glad he's here as well. Dana Burley, when I was in the assembly, she was someone that would guide me. You would think, the assembly folks would guide you, but she was there to guide me, and she would say, yeah, talk to him, talk to her. You could get him to co-sponsor your bill. So she really had some insights regarding all these assembly people, and I thank you. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And of course, Curtis Jenkins, a union leader. A labor leader, and I see some labor friends here, and I thank you for coming, and hopefully you'll get to meet him. Right, Bush? This is the right Bush, not the wrong Bush. Yeah. And it is nice to know that you have friends in Trenton.